am so sorry I had to delay this video for a day because I was really wanting to get them out 1, 2, 3 days in a row. But I also have a full-time job working at a daycare for puppies, and yesterday I had a lot of grooming and stuff too. So it was too busy to get everything done. But here we are, and we're going to finish up this series with a quiche. So the first thing I want to do is I want to take some parchment paper and place that on the inside. And the reason we're doing this is we are going to weigh this down with some beans and then pre-bake the crust. Alright, and it looks like I am out of beans, so I'm going to go ahead and use my dried peas. It's going to work the same way. It basically is just weighing this down so we can get this into the oven. Now I preheated the oven at 375, and I'm going to leave this in for about 15 minutes. Then check it. And one thing I always try to do is whenever you're making anything, try to clean up as you go along so that you don't end up with tons of cleanup to do. Because that is one of the most daunting things, to have a lot of dishes and a lot of countertops to clean up, and you just look at it and think, oh man, why did I do this? So clean up as you go along, and it will be much more enjoyable for both cooking and baking. Now the third tip I have for today is when I'm cracking eggs, I always crack it into an individual bowl, then add that into the recipe or into another container until I have all the eggs that I need. And the reason I do that is so that if you get a bad egg, you don't spoil the whole recipe. That is so frustrating to do. So let's go ahead and get this started. And now remember, this one I'm only going to add the yolk. So we go back and forth. And we're ready to go. All right, we're going to pull this out and check on it. Now we're going to take the weight out. We're going to take this and poke holes so that that doesn't pop back up. We're going to put it back in, and we're going to check it in 10 minutes and see what it looks like.
Eggs and cheese we gather around. Morning cheer, such a joyful sound. In the kitchen love abounds. Talking sweetly, no one frowns. Quiche, so cold and fresh from the oven. Family close hugs and loving. Coffee brews the day begun. Laughter spills like the morning sun. Holiday breakfast, hearts are full. Stories shared makes life so cool around the table. Friends and kin, the love we share is where we begin. Toast in hand, a simple pleasure. Moments like these we can't measure. Ooh. Forks in hand, a Moments like these we can't measure. Forks and knives, they gently clink. To mornings like this, let's raise a drink. Smiles are warm, the air is light. Everything's just feeling right. In this moment, time stands still. Family and friends, they've got the thrill. Holiday breakfast, hearts are full. Stories shared makes life so cool. Around the table, friends and kin, the love we share is where we begin. Toast in hand, a simple pleasure. Moments like these we can't measure. Holiday breakfast, hearts are full. Stories shared makes life so cool. Around the table, friends and kin, the love we share is where we begin. Holiday breakfast.
Now it's been an additional 10 minutes on there, and that crust looks good. So we're going to go ahead and pour our filling in. It went over just a little bit. We'll just wipe this up. And we'll put that back in. It smells so good. And what we're looking for is we're going to see if we stick this in the center, does it come out clean? And it does. I think I'm going to actually give it just a couple more minutes just to make sure that's set up good. We're going to go ahead and pull that out of the oven. Oh, that looks so good. And man, does that smell good. And even where it went over on the crust a little bit, it looks perfectly fine. Beautiful, right? I cannot wait to taste this, but we're going to go ahead and sit this here, and we're going to let it cool down a little bit so it sets up completely. All right, now let me take a taste on camera because I've already had a couple bites off camera. It is very good. It has a good combination of flavors along with the red hot, which is just like a flavor in the back. It's not overpowering. If you want this hotter though, you can easily do that. You can add some chili flakes as well, whatever you want to do, whatever spice level you want. With this, in the background, you can also taste the celery, but that works in good combination with the red hot. Then you have the onions, which have not totally gone away. I don't like to pre-cook those. I like to have a little bit of a crunch in there with it as well. And the spinach, that actually is very good with this combination. But you can easily make this your own. You take the basic custard recipe, and from there you add in whatever cheeses you want, whatever vegetables you want. You just have to keep it about the same quantity of everything so that, as you noticed earlier, I had almost just a little bit too much. but it cooked up well, and you couldn't even tell that it had gone over the crust a little bit because as it baked up, it shrunk in, and it looks beautiful. So I'm so happy that you guys were with me through these 3 videos and a series of making pie crust and what you can do with it. Hopefully, you've gotten a lot out of this between tips and ideas and just being creative for your family. I'll see you on the next video, and make sure to comment, share, and like to help my channel grow. Take care and have a happy holiday.